Hello, my grade 7s. I wanted to give you a video on how to do equivalent ratios. It's going to help you with your math tomorrow when I'm not here. And we're going to review this on Thursday, but I just wanted to give you something to watch before you did your work for tomorrow. Okay, so this particular lesson is on equivalent ratios. Okay, and I'm going to write it up here. And equivalent ratios pretty much mean equal ratios. Okay, so for example, let's talk about ice cream. Who doesn't want to talk about ice cream? If we had one scoop of ice cream, okay, if we were making like an amazing ice cream sundae, and we did one scoop of ice cream, and then we wanted to use 2 tablespoons of chocolate syrup to go with that ice cream, we would write the ratio, as we reviewed today, 1 to 2. Okay, but let's just say we wanted to have more ice cream, because who doesn't want to have more ice cream? And just say we wanted to have 2 scoops of ice cream. Well, we have to figure out, okay, well then, if we wanted to make the proportion the same, and by proportion I mean the amounts of the 2 things that we're putting in. So if we wanted to make the proportions the same, then we have to do equivalent ratios. So what did we do to 1 to get to 2? Well, we multiplied it by 2. So if we, and in essence, we doubled it as well, right? So if we're multiplying this by 2 to get 2, we're going to have to multiply the chocolate syrup by 2 as well. We're going to double the chocolate syrup, okay? And we know that 2 times 2 is 4. So the ratio 1 to 2 is also equal to 2 to 4. We're going to write it like this. Okay? So basically, to get an equivalent ratio, all you have to do is you have to take your first proportion and you have to come up with a scale. And basically, your scale is what you're going to multiply these 2 numbers by to get the next proportion. So let's just say I wanted to add and do another scoop. So I want 3 scoops of ice cream. Well, what did I do to that 1 scoop to increase it to 3 scoops now? Well, I multiplied it by 3. Right? And so I'm going to have to multiply the chocolate syrup by 3 if I want to get the same proportion. So then you take this 2, you multiply by 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So we could also say that 1 to 2 is equal to 2 to 4, but it's also equal to 3 to 6. Okay, so these are equal ratios. They're equivalent ratios because they're equal. So no matter what you do, all you have to do is multiply this proportion by the same number. These 2 numbers multiply by the same number to get your next equivalent ratio. Okay, and the same can happen. We can work in reverse, and we can do division as well. So just say we had 3 to 6 and we wanted to come up with an equivalent ratio. Well, basically all I have to do is I have to take 3 and I can divide, as long as I can divide this number and divide this number by the same 2 numbers, we're good. So 3 divided by 3, we can just pick that number because I know that 3 is also going to go into 6. So if we divide 3 by 3, we know that's 1. And then we have to do the same to this number. So then you take the 6 and you divide 6 by 3, and that's going to give us 2. So an equivalent ratio to 3 to 6 is 1 to 2. So equivalent ratios, again, they work by taking these 2 numbers, whatever proportion you're working with, and you're either multiplying by the same number or you're dividing by the same number. Okay, so words to think about: proportions, scale, equivalent ratios. Okay, all of this is going to be in your worksheet for tomorrow, but I wanted to give you this as a little pre-lesson to help you understand everything. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you on Thursday.